75, Ethan Beckman. Junior guard, number 72, Zach King. Senior center, number 77, Cale Becker. Senior guard, number 74, Alex Grun. And senior tackle, number 55, Eden Harrell. And now here are the starters for your Minnetonka Skippers. On the defensive side of the ball, senior defensive end, number 90, Luke Larson. Junior defensive end, number 31, Caleb Taylor. Senior defensive tackle, number 5, John Boberg. Junior defensive tackle, number 92, Ian Becker. Junior linebacker, number 1, Dylan Hutchins. Senior linebacker, number 17, Hunter Peterson. Junior linebacker, number 23, Malachi Brady. Junior safety, number 15, Jack Earhart. Senior safety, number 21, Hudson Poole. Junior quarterback, number 13, A.J. Fider. And senior quarterback, number 6, Tobias Williams. On the offensive side of the ball, senior running back, number 0, Lucas Knox. Senior wide receiver, number 5, Joran Thompson. Senior wide receiver, number 21, Hudson Poole. Senior wide receiver, number 8, Will Harrison. Senior wide receiver, number 7, James McDougall. Senior offensive tackle, number 77, Luke Speedley. Sophomore offensive tackle, number 71, Aiden Zapzalka. Senior offensive guard, number 66, Elijah Zapzalka. Senior offensive guard, number 78, Jacob Sim. Senior center, number 72, Tanner Smith. And your Skippers quarterback this evening, senior number 10, Milos Pasoyevich. And let's not forget taking on the kicking responsibilities this evening, number 3, Keegan Zabella.
Test, test, test. Peter Amstutz again with you here on homecoming night. The visitors from Friar Lake, student section, all adorned in their neon uniforms.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to 2023 Homecoming Minnetonka against Prior Lake. This is Roger Lenahan with Peter Amstutz. It is a gorgeous, absolutely picture-perfect fall night. See if you can get a picture of that drone up there. See if you get a picture of that drone. We got a drone filming. We got all kinds of technology going on here, folks. We're going to give you the starting lineup. We're going to first talk a little bit about how we got here tonight. Minnetonka, of course, bringing this 3-0 record to Ryan or Anderson Stadium here on homecoming night. Give you some stats. Talk a little bit about Minnetonka being a little bit banged up tonight. Biggest loss, really, several big losses here from Minnetonka. Most notable at the skill position, of course, is Roman Johnson out for the rest of the season with the broken 3 metatarsals in the foot, which is really catastrophic for the offense. Charlie Frank, of course, since we haven't been with you live in a broadcast, we lost Charlie Frank, our defensive end, out for the season. Pretty terrible elbow injury in the Wayzata game. Roman Johnson, I talked a little bit about, out for, it happened in Edina. Our backup quarterback, Andy Simonson, is out for the season with a back injury. And then the most recent one is Zach Steingus, starting tight end, had a neck throat injury. So Minnetonka coming to this game with some with some bench strength. So we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, taking Roman Johnson's place, and I say that nobody can really take Roman Johnson's place, but Lucas Knox will take over the running back duties. Now, he didn't play as a junior with a broken collarbone for pre-stream and scrimmage. He's a senior to this hole. He's fast to the hole. He's a slasher, and he's hard for the defensive backs to see. Bodemachi is tied for second in the state with 3 interceptions, only a junior. Lots of seniors on the offensive line. Just one sophomore in Aiden Zapzatka, and then one junior in Duke Richardson. Well, our sponsors, of course, for the game. Our game sponsor is IKEA, so the Swedish furniture company. Lots of sponsors. Our pregame meal, of course, tonight, or actually yesterday, was by Dave's Hot Chicken at 1805 Plymouth Road in Minnetonka. Make sure to stop out and visit Dave's Hot Chicken for some of the best Nashville hot chicken in the country. Lots of other folks to thank. Of course, Camp Smile, been a big sponsor. Dick's House of Sports. Can't talk enough about our administration. Got a great principal in Jeff Erickson. Relatively new superintendent, David Law. So co-curricular activities need support from the top, and we're supported from the top. Our activities director is probably one of the best in the state, and that's Ted Schultz. And helping him, of course, is our head baseball coach. Co-activity director is Paul Twangy. So lots of good things to talk about here in Minnetonka, bringing this 3-0 record to homecoming. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Members. Some of you tonight. Ladies 12 to retention in 50-yard line to win. Couple skipper legends. Being honored with the distinguished alumni award, please welcome Dr. Alan Sanchely, class of 1983. Alan is the executive director of Mansate's Applied Research Laboratory. Throughout his career, he has sought opportunities to increase the security of our nation through science, technology, mentorship, and education. Congratulations, Alan! And being inducted into the Faculty Hall of Fame, please welcome David Gardner. Dave began coaching about the ski team in 2017 when his youngest daughter, Piper, was a senior. He planned to resign after his daughter graduated, but his love of the sport and the energy of nearly 60 skiers convinced him to say, congratulations, Dave. We still have a few folks here before the national anthem. Let's talk a little bit about our opponent tonight, the Prior Lake Lakers. They bring in a record of 1 win and 2 losses. Prior Lake opened up against Forest Lake with a 7-6 win over Forest Lake. Then they went to Shakopee and didn't go quite as well. They lost to Shakopee 28-7. And then, of course, they went to Eden Prairie, and that didn't go as well, although they scored more points than they did against Shakopee, 28-7. Still a loss for the Lakers. A couple of key players to take note of. The running back that's got the bulk of the carries for Prior Lake is Levi Etter. So he's got 221 yards. We go to the Minnetonka side of things. Again, our leading running back is out for the season. That's Roman Johnson, one of the captains, number 9. Behind him in the yards is going to be his replacement, which is Lucas Knock. Now, Lucas had already kind of subbed in quite a bit for Roman. He's got 153 yards. Actually, he's got a 4.9 average per carry, and his long rushing is 51 yards. Expect tonight Minnetonka, with the change in personnel, to probably be a 60-40 passing team. And when it comes to receiving, Jordan Thompson, of course, is leading with 12 receptions for 143 yards. He's got a touchdown. Our top touchdown getters, we got 2 guys in that. Hudson Poole's got 2, along with William Harrison. So a couple of guys with 2, one guy with 1. And, of course, the player to watch from a offensive perspective is the quarterback. He's got a 65.9% passing percentage, completion percentage, completed over 329 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 pick for a passer rating of 116. So, Pete, hard not to like that.
Yeah, he's been fantastic this year. It's been great to see that great play from the quarterback position. You know, we've had some great quarterbacks here. There's one who's playing at St. John's right now, Aaron Severson, and he took the Skippers to the Prep Bowl about 5 years ago, I believe it was.
Yep.
And now we've got a different coach and a different regime here, but year 3 of the Ash regime is looking on the positive side. Prior Lake, as you mentioned, comes in with a couple losses, so we would expect Minnetonka to be in pretty good shape tonight, but I know Prior Lake is always a tough opponent.
We've played Prior Lake a lot in the last 5 to 7 years. Pete didn't play him ever before that, other than in a sectional game, and we've certainly we've struggled with them. They're a ground and pound kind of a bring it to you offense, and
typically not a small team. So while we've got a few minutes, the players are going to run on the field. Let's get through the starting lineup for your Minnetonka Skippers. At the defensive end, number 55 or number 90, Luke Larson. The other D end, Caleb Taylor. At the tackles position, number 55, John Boberg. The other tackle, junior, Aiden Becker. At the linebacker core, number 7, Dylan Hudgens. Number 17, junior, Hunter Pearson. And number 23, Machi Bodai. The safeties, number 15, Jack Earhart. The other safety, number 21, Hudson Poole. At the corners, A.J. Fider, and then Tobias Williams. It's our defensive starting lineup, and Tobias is number 6. On the offensive side of the ball, the quarterback, number 10, Milos, gravitating to a one name. He's been so popular here in Minnetonka. This tonight's running back, number 0, Lucas Knox. The wide receiving core, number 8, Will Harrison. Number 21, Hudson Poole. Number 7, James McDougall. And number 5, Joran Thompson. On the line, offensive tackle, Luke Speedling. The other tackle, Aiden Zepka. Hard to name. There's too many Z's in there. Zepka. He's number 71. He's our lone sophomore on the offensive line. Going to the guards, Elijah Zepka and number 78, Jacob Sims. Our center, number 72, Tanner Smith. Tonight, our kickers, of course, will be number 3, Keegan Sabilla. Had a great year so far. Milos will be our punter, and the holder is number 21, Hudson Poole.
So Hudson Poole doing triple duty again tonight on the special teams. He's the holder. On defense, he plays safety, and he's one of the top targets. And here comes the visitors from Prior Lake out to greet their fans. Fans all adorned in neon for the visitors. And the Prior Lake coming out in their all-white uniforms and dark helmets. And here come the Skippers.
Tell you what, Pete, what a sight that is. That's a great picture. They're coming out of the helmet. Little smoke out there. All the youth players, the cheerleaders, the dance line. It is homecoming 2023 at Iger Anderson Stadium.
I got a little bit of chills. And I don't know, is this the first time they've ever worn black or
no, at home?
At home?
You know, I don't think so, Pete, but I think it's been a while, right? So I think that's a coaching decision. So
well, it looks really sharp. The numbers definitely pop. That's going to be good for us.
Right, Pete, selfishly speaking, right, if you can see the numbers, you're less likely to credit somebody or not credit somebody with a tackle or a reception. So, the Skippers got all the way up to 5th in the Metro over the week. But, it really, at the end of the day, it's a simple game. You got to block on offense, you got to tackle on defense. And if you do those things, you typically have a battle on your hand.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the turnover battle. That's been Minnetonka's been a good job taking care of the ball for the most part. Let's see. Hopefully that continues tonight for Skippers fans.
We got a minute or two. I'd like to recognize some of our sponsors. Of course, Red Savoy is a brand new sponsor and done a great job and really serves a quality product. The Minnesota Inboard has been a tremendous sponsor for us. Plenty of sponsors. Again, I talked a little bit about our pregame meal, courtesy of Dave's Hot Chicken and the Humphreys family, so that's been terrific. We're going to take a little pause here and say nothing during our national anthem, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're about to kick off. We are about 6 minutes away from the kickoff. Well, there's our national anthem, sung by one of the choirs here in Minnetonka. The flag draped across the northern end zone. And the color guard going to leave the field here momentarily, and we'll be set for that kickoff. I expect, Pete, today, given most guys know that we're banged up at the running back, that they expect us to pass, so I would expect to see Prior Lake blitz quite a bit early on. Now, the play that I think is the we're gonna probably do is the bubble screen, and some of these where there's an aggressive rush, if you can get even a middle screen. So
that's a great thing to look out for. I think for the most part, Milos has had a pretty clean pocket in the first couple games, and it'll be interesting to see if they pressure him and can get to him against this somewhat less experienced offensive line.
Well, and a couple other things, Pete, on that offensive line. Now tonight, marks the return of Cal Worley, one of our captains, and really the probably one of the best offensive linemen that we have on the squad. Now he went down with a really terrible case of street hope. I guess it's actually heat stroke, Pete, and really had a difficult rehab time period. I see that he's not starting, but I expect to see number 62, Kel Worley, sub in here just to give maybe make his transition maybe a little bit less stressful. And it was a really tough case of heat stroke. I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
Are you familiar with street hope?
Heat stroke sounds awful.
Yeah.
We hope that Cal gets recovered, and we'll keep an eye on him getting out there and maybe getting in for a few snaps. I see him standing right at the 40-yard line now, number 62. So looks like the Skippers will be receiving the kickoff. Number 8 and 6 are back deep. Number 6 is Tobias Williams, and number 8 is Will Hairston. So they're going to be your twin safeties back. Right off is Mason Storley. Storley is a 5'11", 60-pound junior, and he'll do the kicking duties. So again, the visitors from Prior Lake, they're in all white, dark black, looks like black helmets, a gold logo. Skippers in all black with the blue helmets. And we're ready here, Roger.
Well, here we are. Homecoming is underway, and there's the kick. This one's going to be fielded at about the 5. Going to get outside. He's got a little room there. He gets out past the 30. Number 6 on the return, Tobias Williams, and he got some nice yardage there, Pete. What it looked like it was going to get stopped up.
Yeah, we had a hard time seeing the last few yards because the Skippers' bench players were in their way, but he tiptoed his way all the way to the 36 in a good starting position. Not quite as good as the home opener where every possession it seemed like it started in plus territory. But here we go, first play.
Shotgun formation, Milos back, Knox to his left, handoff to Knox up the middle. Going to get some valuable yards. He's going to be stopped, but not before he gets a gain of about 5. He'll be stopped at the 40-yard line. It'll be second, maybe a long 5, Pete.
Yeah, give credit to Luke Lodine on the tackle there, junior defensive back, stepping up and wrapping up the rusher there, Knox, but not before Knox leaned forward and got a big, about 4.5 yards.
Second and 5, Milos looking to his left. Little screen, Pete. No flag. That'll be a first down. A little pushing and shoving. Not a lot of love between these two teams. I saw Luke Speedling there, who's a 2-year starter at least, at 260 pounds. Let somebody know, hey, don't be pushing me around.
Yeah, clearing the way for Jordan Thompson on that reception. Senior
side.
Wide receiver. So we've seen a run, we've seen a pass. We'll see what we have here on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, just outside of Lakers territory. McDougal goes in motion to the right side. It's going to be a sprint out right to the right side. Flag on the play, a really late flag, and in the backfield, Hudson Poole on the carry.
Yeah, so technically I think they call that a pass because
right.
It was pushed forward, but it had a very much of a jet sweep look to it. Poole able to get some yards. Well, let's see what this marker's all about.
Well, and it's going to come back, Pete. And I would guess it's either a hold or a block in the back here. but they're looking to walk that one back. Minnetonka's already back. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Yeah, I talked over now the refs are mic'd, right? Welcome to high school 2023 and 6A. So they'll start that one now on their own 37-yard line. It'll be first and 20. Handoff keeper, fake handoff. Milos gets about almost 10 back, Pete.
Yeah, nifty little keeper there. We haven't seen that too much from him, but he had some good blocking here on the left side, led by Speedling, and he was a junior starter, Luke Speedling, and he's getting it done here as a senior as well on homecoming night.
Yeah, the entire offensive line on the left side there did a great job. So 2 receivers split right. Poole is the widest on the right side. Milos got the ball, shotgun, looking deep over the middle, getting flushed out of the pocket. Oh, another holding call probably.
Yeah, Milos goes down behind the line of scrimmage. That's Jade Asaburi on the tackle, and we'll see what the marker's about. Probably another hold, you think?
I would, Pete, yeah, it was a hold. So Minnetonka killing themselves with penalties in the early going here, but shown an ability to get a first down, but now it is, well.
2nd and 20, I believe it'll be. Actually, they declined it because
right.
they took the sack,
Sure.
so they get a 5-yard loss with the sack rather than the penalty yardage. So It sets up a 3rd and 15.
3rd 15 from the 42.
I was watching downfield on that one. Really good coverage. Milos really didn't have anybody to go to.
Well, and Sporting kind of scrambled out, didn't get very far. So 3rd and 15 here on Minnetonka's at their own 37. Check that. He's low and deep. He's got a man. Little bit of bump in there. And everybody in the crowd wants an interference, but
yeah, that's Luke Lonehide on the coverage. He's celebrating out there with Will Balky as they do a little chest bump. And I did see some contact. They've been letting some of that go a little bit more. I don't know. I think a good no call.
Wasn't very. It probably was, Pete. Didn't look catchable, right? Now, how do you judge the bump, right? But nonetheless, it'll bring up a punting situation. Milos is, of course, the punter. And he was deep. We got what?
That's Jackson Barrett back there.
Jackson Barrett deep for the. Here's a nice boomer away from the receiver. Takes a Minnetonka bounce, and now it takes a Prior Lake bounce. It's going to be down to pretty quickly there by number 6, Tobias Williams.
Yeah, Williams down there quickly to get on top of it. Not a bad punt from Milos. Puts the visitors from Prior Lake at the 25, so they have 75 yards to go for pay dirt. And we'll see. Any expectations on the type of offense we're going to see out of Prior Lake?
Well, I see a lot of rushing so far, Pete, but you know what? It's hard to say. They've had real different opponents, right? And by the way, terrible opponent. Eden Prairie, Shakopee.
That's a rough start to your
really
schedule.
Good clubs.
And those two are going at it tonight. Keep you updated on that score.
We did not. So we're not going to be as good as that, but it looks like Jason Green is going to hand off right up the middle, and Hosta Skipper's there first. Probably good at credit for about 3-yard gain.
Yeah, Hunter McElgravy just checked in. He is listed as a running back. Got a pair of running backs in this formation, Roger.
Yep. Set pro formation here. 2 tight ends tossed to the left side and dragged down from behind from Minnetonka. You get a number, Pete?
I did get a number. They had Larson on the tackle up in the PA booth, and the runner there was the newly inserted Hunter McElgravy.
Tell you what, Pete, I looked at one of their offensive linemen, number 55, listed as 6'5", 334 pounds.
Wow. That's a large human.
I think he's the right tackle, Pete.
On the far end. On our side, yeah.
Here we go. Back to pass. Getting flushed out. And their quarterback's got some wheels, but it's going to be short of a first down. Well, maybe I got to check that. Poole and Becker on the – oh, no, they say it is a first down.
Yeah, just enough, it looked like. And so Prior Lake with their first down of the game.
Pete, number 99 is a D lineman, and he just checked in on the offensive side of the ball, and he's listed at 6'6". These guys have a big squad.
Yeah, 287. And he's on the near side at tackle, actually a tight end.
Yeah. First down, handoff, second back.
Nice.
Got a little room, but I'll tell you what, met really hard there. First Minnetonka skipper to get there was number 55, John Boberg.
Yeah, Hudgens number 1, also Johnny on the spot on that tackle. Yep.
So second down, tough yards up the middle. A little bit surprised, but given the size of their line, Pete, now that we've taken a look at it, you kind of know why they're running between the tackles.
Yeah, and that time they, as you said, they put a defensive lineman in at tight end to even pave the road a little bit more.
Right. Bubble screen. Oh, it's a pick! Get up!
Malachi Bodie.
The turf monster, but still, what a great time.
That he anticipated that pass, jumped right in front of it. I think he saw some game film or just knew that was coming. That was really beautiful. I put my head down. I figured he was already going to be in the end zone.
You sometimes surprise yourself with that kind of pick, and it looks clearly like a pick six, but nonetheless, it is a nice interception and a turnover. Minnetonka 1st and 10, deep inside their opponents. They're going to start this drive from the 23.
Knox with Milos in the backfield, and here comes the shotgun snap.
I'd expect to see number 0, Knox, get this ball around the short side. Oh, he's going to get it on the wide side. He's going to have to cut this one up, and he gets barely back to the line of scrimmage, Pete.
Yeah, credit Josh Makarovich. He come as a defensive back, 5'10", a senior, able to step up and limit Knox to just a yard.
Pete, that was a little slow to develop, right? So it gave the defense a pretty good time to react. Here we go. Second down, they credit him with a 1-yard gain. 6:28-0-0. He's looking deep. He's throwing it, and he's got a man down inside the 5. Boy, he was patient.
That's Thompson on the reception there.
Dorian Thompson, and boy, that was he threaded the needle on that one.
Yeah,
Peter.
there was good coverage downfield.
There was.
Initially, he was looking to go to Hairston in the end zone and check down to his second receiver, and it was a bullet pass right to Thompson.
It was and no wonder he's got a preferred walk-on on Minnesota and Wisconsin. Here we go, 6:15 left. Minnetonka marching, high snap, keeper, very close. Not going to get the score. Milos calls his own number there on the really, what do we that play we over the years, what do we call that, Pete?
QB power?
I guess, right, where he's got a chance to put it in the belly of the running back and then bring it back. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. Ball's on the 1-yard line. Now he's got Knox to his right and behind him. This time he gives it to Knox, and I think Knox is going to get in, and he does. So at the 5:53 mark, it's 6-0 Minnetonka.
Very nice. The whole offensive line got a nice push there. They got low. Knox was able to lean in before he was shoved back out of the end zone. As long as that ball crosses the imaginary goal line, the plane there, it is a touchdown, and it's Zabilla on with Poole holding to try to make this 7-0 Skippers.
Well, can't say enough about Keegan Zabilla. Preseason honorable mention, all-conference type player. And that went up, and it is good. So at this 5:53 mark, it's Minnetonka 7, Prior Lake Lakers 0. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got some fans across the country listening tonight. Would like to have a special shout out to Dennis and Joanne tuning in from Franktown, Colorado. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, and thanks for tuning in. Tell you what else, we got the Beals. My Kerry Beal, I got a text from him. We're broadcasting live in the Beals' big backyard here, which is real close to the stadium. So hello, everybody over off of Michelle, Sequoia, and Cynthia Lanes.
Yeah, if they're close to the stadium, I'm sure they can hear the crowds now.
Of course, the Beals, longtime supporters of the program. You lose count after 3 sons, so I think they only have 3, but now some on the staff here in Minnetonka, so really a wonderful family.
So 7-0 Skippers, 5:43 on the clock, and Zabilla ready to rip it. I think he's been told to hit touchbacks if he can. See what he does here.
This one's going to be fielded at about it's a fumble. Picks it up on a nice hopper. Sometimes that can ruin the momentum for offensively or defensively, or return to return coverage. But that one does neither of the two. So the Lakers are going to get the ball back. That one's going to be put in play on about the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Prior Lake Lakers. See what they can do with their second possession. Minnetonka does get 6 points off of the turnover. It's real important to, of course, score off your turnovers. They show kind of a power set. Now they trade 2 guys to the right side. 1 wide out receiver, now motion. Handoff inside. Oh, and Minnetonka completely not fooled on that one. And I can tell you that for sure. Boy, I thought 82 was there. But I think Charlie Frank's injured.
That was Burns for Prior Lake and just had nowhere to go. Looked like I would credit pretty much the whole defensive line and half the linebackers on that play.
Yeah, it was a great gang tackle, so much so that we couldn't even catch out a number. I know it wasn't Charlie because he's got the bad elbow, but nonetheless, it brings up a 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. A little bit of a wing T type formation here. Now they got the wing T in there. There's the 3 backs. Misdirection, 3rd back through, gets it. Minnetonka not fooled at all.
So kind of as you suspected, a heavy dose of running from Prior Lake with behind those big bodies. So far, Minnetonka's been up to the task. And, the 1 pass attempt was intercepted. So who knows if Greenwood might be a little gun shy. See here if they'll go to the air on a 3rd and long.
Now they come out in more of a spread formation. They still have 3 running backs, counting the quarterback. Then they motion their H-back to the right side. 2 very split out receivers. Now motion my way. Handoff, jet sweep. This guy's got some wheels, but what a nice knifing tackle by number 21, Hudson Poole. Came in there and knifed him down.
Yeah, Poole got there first, and then Malachi Bodie finished him off. And that was some nice pursuit. Still picked up some good yardage there, but not enough to move the chains.
Well, and if this was 20 yards down the field, we might see a different experience. Tell you what, it's a capacity crowd here. We look out the booth door. It's standing room only here at Minnetonka at Einar Anderson Stadium.
Looks like number 4, Kyle Rothmeyer, is doing the punting tonight.
Pete, I might give it to that up back there and see if I can't get it. They punt it away, and it's an end-over-end punt. It's going to be fielded by number 8, Harrison. He's got some room. Gets by a couple of tacklers, and way down.
Some nifty moves there on that
Prior
run back.
Lake saying they got the ball, Peter. I didn't see it come out, but part of our statistician crew, Lisa Kittleson's seen it, and she might have picked up on it. Let's see if they rule that. So apparently the referee, they're mic'd again this year. So, Pete, out of bounds, and fumbled out of bounds. So a little bit of a break there, especially after a nice return.
Yeah, it looks like there's a player down right now, and that's why there's a timeout on the field. So we've got 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go.
And I think it's a Minnetonka player.
Believe I see a black uniform.
Well, we can't catch a number, but we'll certainly wait. But I'd like to certainly thank IKEA for being our game sponsor tonight, and then of course Dick's House of Sports has been a great sponsor for Minnetonka football. So if you haven't been to the new Dick's in Minnetonka, boy, it is worth the visit. It is one of their bigger deals. Well, that's number 8, Will Harrison.
He's able to walk under his own power. Trainers with him side by side, but good to see him up and moving.
Yeah, it is. And, he just gotten shaken up. Now he's actually running. I know he's grabbing that left elbow, but I think he's going to be fine at the end of the day. Well, and Lucas Knox, number 0, the senior running back, 5'9", 170 pounds. Expect to get a lot of carries tonight. Minnetonka on the Lakers' 39-yard line. Spisojevic clapping. There's this thing. Handoff to Knox. Left side. Pretty good tackle. Pretty good resistance there. He got slowed down before he got to the line of scrimmage, Pete. And it'll be a no gain.
Yeah, Jaidi Abasuri was one of the first Lakers on the scene there. Big number 99, as you mentioned, 287 pounds, 6'6". And he gobbled up Knox for no gain.
Well, I don't see 55. He's an offensive lineman, but if I was a coach, I'd be hard-pressed not to play that guy both ways. At 334, motion. Milos looking deep, throwing the ball, got a receiver. Again, little contact here, maybe a little bit of a hold, Pete. And I guess I'm going to rule, not that we get a chance to rule, that the ball was not in the air when that hold took place. And you can kind of do things to the guy until the ball's in the air in Minnesota high school football.
Yeah, definitely some bumping there. Duke Richardson was the intended receiver. Milos going for all of it right there on 2nd and 10, and now it's 3rd and 10 for the Skippers. Milos claps, takes it himself on the right side.
Got some room. Milos around the right corner. It's going to be a first down and more.
So the quarterback run has been effective.
It has tonight. And, I've described Milos. By the way, I'll tell you a guy that needs a little recognition, Tony Wixo. Tony Wixo was the grade level coordinator for this grade, 3 through 8, and now they're seniors. And he's done a great job. And, again, the varsity staff obviously has had him for 2 years. But here we go. Milos, handoff to Knox. Right side, big hole. Knifing through, short of first down.
Yeah, we heard Knox is quick to get to the hole, and he definitely found one there and cut it back inside. Found his way to get about 6.5, 6 yards is what they're going to mark it. Second down and 4.
2 minutes left in the first quarter. Milos hands off to Knox right up the middle. It's going to fall forward for a couple of yards there. It'll be real close. Be 3rd and short here. Ball going to be marked in at probably.
Far side official marked it about a half a yard short,
Okay.
It looked like.
Yep.
So a lot of things you can draw up here on 3rd and short, especially in the red zone.
3 receivers set to the left. Nobody split out to the right. Hand off to Knox. Oh, it's a keeper. Naked boot to the right side. First down and more. Spisojevic getting his number called more than ever, Pete.
Yeah, it's been effective. They keep going to it, and he's known as a passer, but he can get it done with the legs if he needs to, and that's been clutch for these first couple drives for Minnetonka. Clicking down to about 1:15 now, and a 1st and 10 for the Skippers.
New set of downs here for Minnetonka. Similar lineup, slot receiver, wide out, handoff, Knox left side. he is really slippery, and he gets down very close to the 5 in my my spotting. You see where they mark him, just outside the 5. They're going to call it the 7. Minnetonka in this upbeat tempo, no huddle. Spasojevic going on 2 this time. Handoff left side. And, I wondered if Lucas would have bellied that further left, right?
Yeah, I think the hole might have gone a little more to the left. Levi Eider got the tackle for Prior Lake, and it sets up a 3rd and what are we going to call it here? 4? 3rd and 3?
3rd and 6 on the scoreboard, Pete. But you know what? I kind of tend to agree with you. But we got 9 seconds. I think Minnetonka is going to wait for the end of the quarter and go to the other end here, Peter.
All right, we'll get a different view of the Skippers' offense. It's 7-0 after 1 quarter. Skippers getting ready to try to add on to that lead here at the start of the 2nd quarter. This game again brought to you by IKEA, and we'd like to thank them. And also, while you're online watching us tonight, please click that subscribe button. I'd like to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're in the neighborhood of 650 right now. So everybody who's watching, give us a subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. Take a peek at some of the out-of-town scores. So it's White Bear Lake 7, Forest Lake 0. Park of Cottage Grove 7, Roseville 0. Shakopee out ahead of Eden Prairie 7-0. And there's 4 minutes left in the first there. Maple Grove. Here's another battle of ranked teams: Maple Grove and Anoka. It's Maple Grove 14, Anoka 0. And those are your 6A scores tonight. So Skippers with a 3rd and 3 on the 7. What do you think they might draw up here?
Well, this is a big play, Pete. They can still get a first down here. 3 receiver trips to the right side. Handoff. Nope. Keeps it again. Touchdown. Milos Spajovic. Oh, that was terrible.
We gotta get used to saying that. I'm just gonna go with Milos, and he was able to get it in there. Nice blocking again from this time the right side of the offensive line, paves the way, and it's 13-0. Very first play of the 2nd quarter.
Yeah. Well, he gets a bill of set for the PAT here. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So, at the 11:57 mark of the 2nd quarter, it's Minnetonka 14, Prior Lake Lakers 0. Well, Spasojevic, he really done a nice job tonight with his legs, and I think there's been a pretty significant effort not to run him as much, given his value as a passer, but he's done a great job so far. And you know what, folks? I've just been notified by Tony Wixo that was Keegan Sabilla's 100th point as a Minnetonka kicker, and that's got to put him in some of the record books a little bit. Been kicking for a number of years here from a family of kickers, and really a wonderful family. So good for Keegan, 100 points. Numbers are harder to read on the white, Pete. But,
yeah, I got 22 and 23.
Yep. Barrett 23, and then Josh, here's the kick. It's going to be at the 1. He's got some wheels, and he's got a big opening. Couple people to beat.
And he's going to get dragged down from behind. Really a touchdown saving tackle by number 20 for Minnetonka, Jack Taddy.
Yeah, big tackle there. He was following his blockers. He is fast. And really nice return. We haven't seen very many good returns against the skipper so far this year. And and a lot of times Zabill is putting it into or out of the end zone. So a little bit different tonight.
Well, and, I think he's got the ability to do that. And they must be, I know they either directionally kick, tell him to kick. Anyway, great field position for the Lakers right at at midfield here. 1st and 10 at the 50. Now there's 4 guys in the backfield. Number 29 is going to get the ball, and he's going to get a first down or almost a first down. Poole kind of ends up stopping him. Boberg and Poole checking in for Minnetonka is Bobda, number 96.
Prior Lake using the junior Levi Eider on that running play, and he's able to lean forward and get 6 yards. Ball placed right at the 44. 2nd and 4 for the Lakers.
2nd and 4. 3-back set. Trying to get him to jump here looking for a free one. And maybe another timeout. Yeah, another timeout, Pete.
All right.
Looking for the free 5 at 2nd and 5. I get it.
So this is a big drive. Prior Lake knows it. They're down by 2 scores right now. They're in plus territory. They got a really nice kickoff return that put them right at midfield. And they're going to try to make no mistakes on this drive and try to get back into this one. Obviously, still a lot of time left, but this could boil down to a really important drive in the game. And they're going to talk about it, and now they're ready to come back out. Number 17, Miles Greenwood, has been the quarterback the whole way. He's listed at 6'2", 200 pounds, and a junior. And it looks like he's going to go under center for this snap, Roger.
Well, I think their quarterbacks, I think a couple of their receivers, they're really moving a lot in the backfield there. Hands off to the back and gets slowed down, but he's going to, wow, what a great run by 23. And again, a touchdown saving tackle. Luke Larson along with Fider on the stop. And he was bottled up, Pete, and looked like maybe a no gain.
Yeah, that's Jackson Barrett, senior, 5'10", 165, and he showed off some wheels there. He broke at least 4 arm tackles on his way to getting that one.
Yes, he did. Brendan set it down for the Lakers. Lakers on a move. This is the best momentum they've had. Handoff, first back, left side. Tell you what, I don't know if Aiden Becker checking in from Minnetonka. And gain of about 7, going to bring up a second and 7. So you can never feel bad about gaining 7 yards on first down. So the ball is at the 22-yard line. Lots of misdirection and motion here by the Lakers. Handoff. Tackle from behind by number 77, Luke Speedling. 17. Catch that, Hunter Peterson.
That was Hunter McGilligrave on the rush there for Prior Lake, and they are able to move the chains. Ever since that ill-fated interception, I don't think the Lakers have put it in the air. So it's been all running plays taking them from the 50, and now the ball is planted in the red zone at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10, Roger.
Amen. 1st and 10, ball on the 18. Handoff, trail back, left side, hit hard. Gets a couple yards, but they're tough yards.
Yeah, that was Jackson Barrett, and he ran into Malachi Bodie.
Malachi Bodie put a big lick on him here, but they're still going to credit him with 4 yards, maybe almost 5, Peter.
Yeah, he didn't get contacted until he was past the line of scrimmage. Bodie did a nice job once he got there to get him down.
that predominantly rushing attack by the Lakers looks to have picked up steam. Inside handoff to a bigger back, Pete, and I'll tell you what, that looks like a first down.
Yeah, Bodie again on the tackle for the Skippers.
Either a player or no, they're in their hurry up formation. Greenwood under center now most of the time. Saw him a little bit of shotgun earlier. Three back, kind of a wing T formation for these guys. Fake handoff and almost untouched. And giving the Lakers sideline something to cheer about here at the 8:43 mark. They break the ice, and it's a 14-6 game.
Was Levi Eider doing a lot of the work on that one, and he gets paid off with a touchdown for the Lakers.
Well, Eider's there. He's got the most yards. Levi Eider, number 29, their leading ground gainer. Here we're set for the PAT. Good snap. Kick is up. And it's good. So at the 8:43 mark, the Lakers answer. We've got a 14-7 game. We'll be right back with the kickoff. Surprised me. Here we go, folks. We're set for the kickoff. Minnetonka dominates really the first, call it 60% of the first half, Peter. And now the Lakers have come back to score, and this is a one-score game. This is a squib kick, basically an onside kick. Minnetonka fields it, and they'll have good field position. They're going to start this drive on the 40. Now it looked like they had some of their hands guy there. They have a tight end, number 7, which is James McDougal, who's a wideout, and so for some reason Minnetonka may have been thinking that they were gonna do that. Oh yeah. Man. Oh no. Yeah, I got it. Here we go. Minnetonka first and 10. Good field position. Handoff to Knox right off the left side. Going to get a couple. They'll give him credit for a forward progress of about 3, but met with some pretty stiff defense there.
Yeah, so Prior Lake gobbled up about 3.5 minutes of the second quarter on that 50-yard scoring drive. And clock ticking down to 8:15 to go. Skippers up 14-7. And a 2nd and 7 coming up here for Minnetonka. I look for Milos to let it fly here.
I do. Pete, I was just going to say to you, I think to myself, this is a passing situation for Minnetonka, although it looks like we're going to call a timeout. We got people on the field and all kinds of weird stuff going on. But I can't really tell. I think maybe, okay, they did call a timeout.
Again, thank you to IKEA tonight, our title sponsor for this game. A lot of food trucks out there again tonight, and they're going to need them to feed all these people.
Well, I would guess, Pete, there's 7,000 people here tonight, and I know the team got fed by Dave's Hot Chicken just last night, and that's the second pregame meal that Dave's Hot's fed the Minnetonka guys. We're excited to have them as a sponsor this year. If you haven't been to Dave's Hot Chicken, it's at 1805 Plymouth Road, right across from Ridgedale on Plymouth Road. tremendous Nashville chicken.
I know when it
Grant, have
opened.
you been there?
I know when it opened, there was a line around the corner for quite a while.
Yeah.
My son was willing to wait in that line to get some chicken, and I don't know if it's still like that now, but
It's changed now, but a lot of online ordering. Here we go. Second down, call it 7. Minnetonka ball on the 43-yard line. Little sweep, little sprint up. We talked about this, Pete. That's that little screen pass.
Hudson Poole on the receiving end of that one. Little bubble screen to the
right?
outside. And as we both predicted, Milos let it fly. Didn't go downfield. He set up a screen and very effective. Moves the change. Skipper's now in Prior Lake territory.
Tonka. Looked like they were completely in control, and all of a sudden Prior Lake comes back. So points off of this drive would really be important before the halftime. Handoff to Knox, right side. Gets another 5 yards. Lucas Knox runs hard and he's got acceleration at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Dylan Howley there, but not before Knox picks up a cool 5 yards and now a whistle. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe an injured player for Prior Lake.
Either or maybe 32's hat came off. We don't know why, but they made 32 go off on Prior Lake side, and they bring in somebody. Okay, so a little play clock disconnection, so to speak. So I think the play clock, and it's outside of our purview, really. I have a small corner. Anyway, it's going to be second and call it 4. Minnetonka inside Laker territory, ball on the 42-yard line. Milos looking for the ball, hands off to Knox. Knox right side. He's going to get a couple. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1, Pete.
3rd and 1. I want to say hi to Cale Pepper, our former producer and cameraman. He is watching us from on campus at the U tonight. So we've got lots of supporters. Everett Amstutz out at American University as well tuning in. All the luminaries. 3rd and 1. I suspect they'll just use Knox here.
Well, that would be the obvious play. I wouldn't be surprised to see Milos keep this one, Pete.
Nailed it.
And he does for the first down.
Yeah, very patient there. Waited for his blockers, leaned ahead after he had the first down. And Skippers now will have it at the, looks like they're not sure where they're marking it. So a penalty on Minnetonka. You can wipe off that first down.
Well, again, we talked about this, Pete. Minnetonka has been a not a heavily penalized team thus far. But this particular game, we've gotten 3 really tough penalties in critical spots. So bring up about 3rd and 7. Ball moved back to about the 43-yard line.
Still 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Skipper's up 14-7. It's a big 3rd and 6, Roger.
Split wide right is Duke Richardson. Now they come off. They're looking for pass, and they're going to get a pass. And that one's thrown to Richardson, and he's got a first down.
Really nice pitch and catch there.
Yep.
Richardson just showed his numbers, presented, and he was open, and Milos put it right on target.
Yeah, and, the receiving core is so fast and so talented. I'm sure it's difficult as a quarterback to kind of figure out who to throw to. But nonetheless, it's a nice pitch and catch at the 6:11 mark. Minnetonka up 14-7. Ball is going to be marked in on the 29-yard line. Milos, number 0 to his right, Lucas Knox. This one's going to Knox. And he's going to get some nice yards, going to get some decent forward progress, but really good gang tackling. And now number 9 for the Lakers will have to leave. McGilray?
9 is
you're right,
Hendrickson, yep. But
check out 55 leaving, Pete. There's the player that's listed at 334.
Aiden Horrell.
And that is a big body for high school football.
So he's in on the defensive side of the ball. We still haven't seen him, or have we seen him on offense?
I think he'd be a jumbo back guy. Milos looking to his left, going to keep it. It's got a little bit of a room there. He's a big, strong kid, and he kind of carries the pile for a little bit.
Yeah, Logan Taylor was the first one there for Prior Lake, but able to pick up about 4.5 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 6.
Well, and again, Pete, we've talked about it. You pretty big play here, 3rd and 6. Poole and Richardson split out to the right here. This time Poole is on the line of scrimmage. Looking that way. Got a man. Stops. Pivots. And he goes down, but it's not before he gains a valuable 5 yards.
Great pitch and catch there again. Milos finds Hudson Poole. Poole does the rest on the back end of that one. And now the Skippers are set up on the 15-yard lines of Prior Lake. 1st down.
So Minnetonka now trying to answer the recent touchdown from the Lakers. Ball's on the 14, 1st and 10. 4:29 left. Milos looking to pass. Right corner, pump fake. Got some room. Looks like he lost some. Oh, boy. McDougal there, the wideout.
I like the play call.
I do too.
Go for it from the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
Now maybe use Knox and get a few more yards closer. And set up a 3rd and manageable. Of course, we're within Zabilla field goal range at this point.
We are. I'm guessing that number 4, Caleb Francois, he's a quarterback, Pete. Maybe did 10 get hurt and I didn't see it? Where is 10, Pete, on the sideline? Okay, so starting quarterback sitting on the bench, hoping that he's got cramps, but he's certainly holding his head as if he's in some pain.
So Milos here with the training staff around him. And you were right. We got Caleb Francois coming in to play quarterback, I believe.
His dad's on the staff. On the defensive side, I believe, but nonetheless, getting a chance here, and we'll check on the status of Milos. But right now, it's Caleb Francois, number 4, handing off. Nope. Yep, he is. And as you suspected, Pete, give it to Knox to see if he can get some. He got a couple.
Yeah, especially with the backup quarterback in. Not surprising at all that you'd go to a safe running play there. Obviously, Milos still on his back here with the training staff around him, so we'll see what kind of faith the coaching staff has in their backup quarterback here on 3rd and 4, 3rd and 6.
Well, it's a passing situation. 3 receivers wide to the left, Knox to the right and he's going to take his own number, and he's going to get some nice yards.
It's like they're going to mark him a couple yards short of the line to gain there at about the 7-yard line.
The Lakers think they got the ball back, but no. And looks like he was ruled down before the ball must have came out. But so it's going to be 4th down. You know what, Pete? I think I'd kick it. How about you? 3rd and 2? What do you like?
Yeah, here comes the kicking unit.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a smart play at this stage of the game. We're at the 3:15 mark of the 2nd quarter. You're up by a 1 touchdown. You could be up by more than 1 touchdown if you get the 3. So Keegan is going to try this thing. The ball is at about the 19, so it'll be a 29-yard field goal, Pete. That one's up, and it is good.
No doubt about it. Good hold there by Hudson Poole, and the Skippers extend their lead to 10. Leading 17-7. There is 2 minutes and 58 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Here at Einar Anderson.
Well, right now, Pete, the attention really moves to your starting quarterback, who's on the training table, and
yeah, we knew Lucas Knox was going to get a heavy load of the carries tonight. Obviously, with the quarterback down, you expect that to even increase a little bit more, but they've got some time here to work with Francois, maybe open up the playbook a little for him. And if you're the backup quarterback, you always got to be ready to play because you know there's a decent chance every game that there's going to be an opportunity for you to come in. And I'm sure the sophomore is ready for this moment.
It's an interesting kind of Andy Simonson is really the backup quarterback, but he's out for the year. So all of a sudden they find a sophomore in their spot, and I think wouldn't shock me that maybe we're observing a concussion protocol with Milos. He's walking around, Pete. Here's the kick from Sabilla. This one is going to go to the one again. And this guy gets a head of steam up here. And I'll tell you what, he ran into Hunter Peterson and
Cody Chow also
Cody
in there.
Chow. He ran into our, I mean, it was kind of one of those deals where we were there at the right time because this kid's got a head of steam up.
Yeah, a little bit better lane containment there for the Skippers than on the last time when he got it back to midfield.
Right.
And, yeah, he's dangerous.
Yeah, he is. And he's fast. So here we go. Two backs. Second back gets it. Jukes, and he's got a big gainer. And I'll tell you what, turns out number 29 from Prior Lake, pretty hard to bring down. That's Eider.
And you mentioned he was their leading rusher coming in, and he's got the touchdown for the Lakers, and he just chewed up some good yardage there to move the chains.
Well, you know, he's sitting at $1.95, Pete, so he's as big as some of your middle backers. So here we go. First down for the Lakers. Same handoff. Nope, they got something here.
They tried to blow the whistle even before the play went off.
Yeah, false start. Somebody must have moved. No, I didn't see it. Did you?
I did not.
Now here's a new nuance, right, with the mics. They never used to credit the penalty, right? Now we know number 75, he was the guy that moved.
Right.
So kind of good news, bad news if you're a parent.
Absolutely.
Homecoming 2023. Here we go, Lakers. First down and 15 now. Moved back after the false start. Oh, it's going to be a little. Well, they tried that play again. Oh, he's going to be out of bounds there. A really nice stop.
I really thought Bodie was going to jump that pass again. He looked like he thought about it. Then he decided to stay back and make the tackle, which he did. And actually a loss of yardage on that play.
Well, he had just stepped out of bounds, and then he kind of wiggled away, but he had already stepped out. So it was, you know, if you're a coach and they basically should have had a pick six off you. Now, we did score on that drive. You're hesitant to go back to that play, and frankly, I would do it again the whole game. He was too close to picking that off again, Pete. Here we go, Lakers. Now they're in shotgun formation. Looking to his right. Nice play. What a great defended play. Aiden Becker. Aiden Becker, really, as a junior, he's played very well this year.
Yeah, that was Jackson Barrett on the reception. No yardage. He's sort of their go-to wide receiver so far. And now a third and long situation I don't think the Lakers want to be in with 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. I think if the Skippers get a stop here, they might call a timeout, try to get the ball back.
Same thing. That full house backfield there, kind of a wing T formation, underneath center, third back, right side, got some room. Tell you what, got about 10 yards, Pete, but it's going to be fourth and short. And I would look for Minnetonka. I think they only have one timeout left, Pete.
Yeah, pretty good play on third and forever. They able to set up a 4th and 7, and really it looks like they're contemplating going for it.
We'll be turning it over at the 45 at the worst case.
Neither team has decided to stop the clock as it ticks down to 45 seconds.
Trust that, but I think somebody's going to take a timeout right before I would think the Lakers would, and then maybe they go, you know what? Let's get 5 yards back further and then kick it. Nope. So the Lakers take a timeout. Now, I love our new scoreboard, but I cannot tell where the timeouts are. Oh, no. Skippers have 2, Lakers have 1. Took me a little bit there.
Yeah, they try to hide them from you.
Well, it's just a red line, and you're used to seeing something a little different.
Right. It's a number of dashes like underneath the name.
Right.
So it says Skippers, and there's 2 red dashes for the Skippers and only 1 for the Lakers.
Well, we got a lot of sponsors there. Now, is that Steve Carell from The Office?
It is.
It is, right? On the video board there?
It's good to see the scoreboard working tonight.
Yes, it is. We did have a malfunction last year, not this year so far. 29 seconds left.
Punting unit on for Prior Lake. And another whistle. And this time the
Now
Minnetonka
oh boy.
call a timeout. Yeah, they may have thought Prior Lake was going to go for it. They were not suspecting to have to bring the putting unit out. I'm not sure exactly why you would burn that.
The other thing says this third final timeout, so our scoreboard's a little bit off there, Pete.
I'll trust the official.
You trust the officials?
Yeah,
Well,
I think that is our third. I recall us taking 2.
Well, tell you what.
Now it seems pretty likely that they'll just punt it away.
Right.
Minnetonka will see what kind of return they get, and then kind of go from there. They might just go and take a knee and get into halftime up by 10. Just 29 seconds to go. 4th and 7.
Well, you know what? We haven't had a lot of punt returns for touchdowns, Pete, so this might be the right time.
Why not now?
This one may be a partially blocked, Pete. Takes a Lakers bounce, unfortunately, but nonetheless, it'll be stopped dead at about 17 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, the most effective thing that punt did was drain 12 seconds off the clock.
Well, I was going to say the same thing. Great hang time, and then it wobbled on the ground while she's because I think there was a small block.
So, think any thoughts of doing anything other than maybe a simple handoff or a kneel down?
Well,
probably
I
off the
guess
cards.
Number 4 is in there, so if I got my number 2 quarterback in there, I think I'm just going to take a knee.
Yeah, you mentioned Simonson was the backup until he was injured and out for the season. Hopefully he gets better. One of the best basketball players that I've seen play.
Well, they do hand off to Knox, and that'll likely be the last play of the half. Yeah, Minnetonka has no timeouts left, and think they're going to be content to walk off with a 17-7 halftime lead. Both teams are leaving the field, and that is the end of the half. So, folks, don't go anywhere, but for sure to join us for this tight game here in Minnetonka, Homecoming 2023. Roger Lenahan signing off for the half.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me continue this 2023 MHS Homecoming celebration by welcoming his fellows in this year's Homecoming Court, joined by their families. First off, Catherine Alquist. Tonka, Sparker, Canada, Song, Fury, K, Sean Johnson, Georgie Julian, Ava Cohen, Chad Close, Molly O'Neill, DJ Pine, again Rickenbaugh, Catherine Ryan, Sean, Catherine, and presenting tonight's homecoming queen is Town. And once again, congratulations to all of homecoming court and the giving us at this moment. This retirement on homecoming queen game. Next up, six-time UC National 2016 Minnesota State Champion, Minnetonka Varsity Cheers. Under the direction of Marcy Adams, these athletes will be performing their 2023 Homecoming Pet Fest routine. They're excited for their season ahead and hope to have another successful season. Let's go, girls, and good luck. You're on my food. Shoes captains on the safer side. Angel Lundberg, and Morgan, the factory friend. Very performer there, he got great save. Please help me once again, welcome. The Minnetonka Varsity Performance Section.
And so me up and out, I needed that. And they don't see me pick back and go, and I leave it at, you know, if they're great friends, and I got the night, and I did it around the night, and
And now, Basic 2023 Minnetonka High School Blue Marching Band. Marching Band is one extremely active and glorious music program in Minnetonka High School. The Marching Band is one of the most visible groups at NHS. The 40th Barnstable football leagues competing throughout Minnesota and Wisconsin. And just as many programs like the Minnesota State Fair and Excelsior's annual Halloween parade. This year's production is entitled Canvas. With Canvas explores different ways we can get creative. The visual sense it portrays the band going from more basic forms to more intricate formations on the field. Musically, we start with symphonic and diatonic sounds, while gradually moving towards more creative, global structures, complex rhythms, and hip hop elements. The marching group will feature the following compositions: Holiday by the Veteran, Sunflower by Post Malone, Sway, Confetti by Velvet Red, and Lights Out by Alex Shapiro. As for the Minnetonka Game tradition, at each home football game, one Minnetonka Blue student is recognized for his or her excellence in organization. That one select student will display the glorious white silk. The next recipient of the glorious white silk is Ronan Abrahamson. Once again, Ronan Abrahamson. Please look glorious white silk as Ronan performs his show. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 High School Blue Marching Dance performance on Brick Campus. Drum major Brianna Fox Anderson is your
Wrong up there. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
take up the hill and back to the performance. The Insurance Emergency Again, we'd like to thank Minnetonka Schools Administration, building and ground staff, and boosters, MHS Boosters Club, and Shorts, all plenty in Kylie for supporting the marching band at MHS.
Welcome back to Einar Anderson Stadium, homecoming 2023. Minnetonka on top by a score of 17-7. Lots of sponsors. Chick-fil-A a sponsor here as well. Well, I think a lot of the team, clearly from the broadcast booth here, we're wondering about number 10. Milos Spajanovic. I do that. Usually I do a better job with poor Milos's name. But tonight, been a long week. But it's certainly real easy, really. Spajanovic. But when you get those three consonants together with the double S, Spajanovic just doesn't roll off my tongue sometimes. But Spajanovic. Clearly, we're wondering about him. He's walking around. He's not participating, Peter, in warm-ups per se, but he's walking around. So we might get some intel from somebody as to what the status here is.
Yeah, is he still in pads, Roger?
Well, he's still right down there. He's on the field, Pete, but he's not participating in the real warm-up exercises. So
Got it. Okay.
leads me to believe he's not coming back in the second half.
Looks like he's got a brace of something on the knee, on the knee, and the right knee.
ACL is a sophomore. Okay. Missed the entire season after that happened, of course.
I don't know if it's like an ice pack that's strapped to it or
Right.
or a brace, but yeah, he's not as mobile as you'd like to see, and obviously hoping that it's a minor injury and that he's able to come back. But it looks like possibly for tonight that's not going to be the case.
Supposition based on watching him not participate to bear, it's getting a big HUD from Ishmael Karan.
Yeah, a big ice pack on Milos's right knee, and still in pads, but looks like his night might be done.
By the way, just to make a correction, Colin Beal, they're all live watching the broadcast from the Beals' backyard. He's a sophomore coaching the secondary, but the 10-point game here, a one-trick pony for the Lakers. One real great drive after a really great kickoff beat, and then Minnetonka's been able to hold them in check. Minnetonka
maybe a little frustrated they didn't get 6 off of the end zone drive down here where they had to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, that was the drive where Milos got hurt and kind of took the passing game maybe out of the playbook for those kind of those big plays within the red zone. You're right. Prior Lake's lone touchdown came on a 50-yard drive. They had a really good kickoff return that got them right to midfield, and they ran the ball on every play on that drive and were able to muscle their way in for 6.
Yeah. What we haven't seen, and I've watched. By the way, I watched Wyzetta, who's on a NHSF fixing camera, so a little bit different experience than ours. And then couldn't really catch the Edina game. Tried like crazy, but from see, and when you think about the sophomore quarterback, you go, well, now he's had a few snaps from center, right? He should be getting his kind of sea legs underneath him. And Caleb Francois, he's 6 foot and 170, so he might be young in terms of age, but he's a fairly big guy for a sophomore, right?
Yeah, that's right. We're taking a peek at some of the scores around the metro here. Big one is at Shakopee. Eden Prairie is up 21-14 at halftime there. So both teams able to score in that contest. We've got Mounds View up 3-0 on Stillwater. Woodbury 14, Eastridge 12. Champlain Park is trailing Coon Rapids. Coon Rapids up 28-6. And let's take a peek at that Maple Grove Anoka game, and Maple Grove taking it to Anoka 42-7. So Anoka came in ranked 5th in whichever poll this is. This one is showing Minnetonka ranked 4th. So,
not to interrupt you, keep going.
No problem. I was going to take a peek at 5A, see if there's any interesting matchups there. Elk River and Anoka are in a good one, 39-34. Elk River ahead. And we're getting ready for the kickoff here now. Zabilla will put it on the tee. Twin safeties back for Prior Lake. It's number 22 and number 23. Markinovec and Barrett are back deep to receive. And we've been kicking it to Barrett the last couple of times, and he's the one who's got good returns.
If we can, this thing should go deep. That's what I wanted. No, you got to stop that. Okay, there we go.
Just at the goal line, and as soon as it crosses that plane, it's automatic touchback. So Zabilla got just enough of it, and that's going to work for a touchback. So that limits one of the most potent plays they've had, which is the return, and they're going to have to start this drive on the 20. Yeah, I think all the flags are down at this point. I don't see a good way to judge the win.
That's judge. It's 1st and 10 for the Lakers. After the touchback, they're on their own 20.
That's Greenwood under center here.
Side, and nothing doing there on this play.
That's Eider again, and he got the bulk of the carries in the first half and was their leading rusher. So no surprise there that he gets the first carry here of the second half. So going all the way to the sidelines to get the play is Miles Greenwood, the junior, 6'2", 200-pound quarterback. He's only had a few passing opportunities tonight. One of them ended up in an interception. The other one was for negative yardage. And he barks out the signals, hands it off to the second back through, and falling forward. I believe that's Eider again. This time he's able to gain 3 or 4 yards. It's going to set up a 3rd and 6.
Well, Eider's obviously been their go-to, Pete. Their leading rusher, and 5 yards there is a good play here. So
yeah, Greenwood drops to the sidelines, hits a play from his coach, and big 3rd and 5 here.
Well, we haven't seen a wing T team this year, so a true wing T can confuse the daylights out of a guy. Not this time for Minnetonka. I tell you what, we haven't talked enough about, Peter, is the defense. The defense has been stingy all year round.
Yeah, other than that 50-yard drive where they played a little bit loose and let Prior Lake score that lone touchdown, they have been very good in limiting this run first offense for the Lakers. Punting unit on. Twin safeties for the Skippers as number 18 trots on. That's Duke Richardson to join here on the near side. And Hudson Poole on the far hash mark.
Minnetonka looking like the false start of that one, I'm pretty sure. We'll see if that's encroachment or a false start, Pete, but
if it's encroachment, that'd be enough for the first down.
That'd be a bad day.
So
I think
they're huddling up to talk about it.
But if we broke the neutral zone, then it's going to be against the defense. Offsides defense. So, Pete, that whole, we used to call it that radar defense where the guys kind of are in a 2-point stance. And, well, that's a mental mistake that you can't really make.
Yeah, got into the neutral zone according to the referee, and that's enough. That 5 yards is enough to give the Lakers a first down. So their offense trots right back on. B. Greenwood again under center. Eider is the back to the near side.
Tobias William out here alone with one-on-one coverage. Now, they haven't been a big passing threat, but Greenwood under center. He's got 3 backs in the backfield, hands off to the first back, and going to get a couple of yards. Oh, he breaks free and gets a bunch of yards. That's number 8, which we're just going to say Hunter, right? McGilvery.
That's what Tony's going with. That's what I go with.
You have to hear it a few times to be able to say it right, Pete. Well, they're in their hurry-up offense, and here, second and call it 2 yards. Ball is on the 39-yard line. 9:11 left. Minnetonka up by 10. Handoff. He's got the first down and more, Pete.
Yeah, that's Eider. And on the tackle for Minnetonka, looked like number 20, I believe. Taddy gets credit for that tackle.
And leading was number 75. He was the offensive lineman out in the front. He's the big boy. Ethan Beckman. By the way, he's a sophomore.
Still got time to grow.
Yeah, that's scary. 1st and 10. Lakers on a drive here. First man back. He's got yards and more.
That time I kept my eye on the big lineman on the left side. He was effective. The play went to the other side, so he didn't have to do that much. But, yeah, he's a tough guy to get around.
Sure hope that doesn't go back to bite you. Second and short here, Pete. This is a free play. They hand off to the second back. He's got a little momentum. He's going to have a first down. We're at 8:40 or 8:24. Check that in the third quarter. Lakers got a first down inside Minnetonka territory. Ball's going to be marked at about the 43-yard line. Brand new set of downs for the Lakers. They have life after the penalty that gave them a first down on 4th down. Third back, left side, bounces away, and he's going to score. Number 8. Looked like everybody kind of gave up on him. And
now there's some confrontation and flags thrown. There was a touchdown for the Lakers, McGillicuddy, and he bounced it out, and then there was a little bit of pushing and shoving. I don't think any punches were thrown, but some flags down as tempers flared there right at about the 15-yard line.
Now, I looked away in frustration a little bit, Pete. What do you?
Just a couple guys kind of were getting into it downfield, blocking on that play, and maybe some words were exchanged. It's hard to say.
Well, here's, the old adage that most guys your age and my age would refer to in high school football was play to the whistle. But what most people don't recognize is that if the play is 20 yards away from you, there's no free shot anymore. That's unnecessary roughness. It's personal foul. So I would guess that something like that, usually a cheap shot hit, even though it might be a legal block, but if the guy's in the end zone and he's 20 yards from the play, you don't get to block him.
Yeah, that's when the pushing and shoving started, was well after the touchdown had been scored. So, again, maybe just some players as they were getting back to their sidelines, had something to say. Unclear, but like I said, I didn't see any actual punches thrown, but there was definitely some pushing going on.
So obviously saw the same thing, and now they're talking about it. Now, typically in this situation, you have offsetting penalties, but you never know.
Yeah, our producer Grant Knight alerted me to look back up. I'd look down as well as trying to get the name and number of the Lakers scoring. As Hunter was able to get in for the touchdown, and now still a conversation there at about the 18-yard line. 3 officials there, and some of the Minnetonka coaches now coming out to talk to 2 other officials. And I'm guessing it's going to be some offsetting penalties here.
The penalty, the unnecessary roughness was before and during the play. So
Going to take that 7 points off the board, and they're going to march off 15 one way, 15 the other way, and they're going to put the ball right where the scrum took place.
because that was clearly an unnecessary kind of a penalty, and well, again,
Yeah, so the live penalty was against Prior Lake, and then a retaliation by Minnetonka after the dead ball. So, which would have given 15 more yards further back, would have been at the 40 rather than the 25. But so that wipes the 7 points off the board. But 1st and 10 here for the Lakers. That's Hunter again, Roger, and he's able to get, looks like 6 yards before he stood up.
Approachment on the 4th down play, but that personal foul is unacceptable at any level. 2nd and 6, 7:29 left in the 3rd quarter. Lakers on a drive, pitch left, and what a nice diving tackle. I think that's number 1. I think that's Dylan Hutchins. It's one of the. We got it again going on, Pete.
Yeah, some pushing and shoving on the near sideline here. Yeah, and the big 300-plus pounder was involved in that one. I wouldn't want to be pushing with him.
Plus pounder for the Lakers is 55. Well, there's Beckman at 335, 34. Well, and check that, Pete, because not only that, the results of the
Aiden Horrell, yeah, also 300-plus pounds. Yep.
And, now shame on Minnetonka for the same mental mistake in my mind, Pete. So now the ball's on the 10-yard line. It's going to be first. No, I guess it's going to be third. No, it's 1st and 10. So you cut a break, and now you've nullified your break at some level. Here we go. 1st and 10, 7:06, 3rd quarter. Minnetonka up 17-7. Handoff right side. This time Smith out big. Some skippers there. Hunter Peterson.
Fletcher Olness was the first man there, number 97, listed at 225, 6'3".
Nice.
And he's playing right in there in the middle. I don't think I recall him as being a starter, but he's in there now.
2nd down, 8. Ball's on the 9-yard line. Rolling out right. Got a man. Incomplete. Pick up a big 3rd down play, Peter.
Yeah, nice coverage there, trying to get the number. I think it's Taddy, I believe, number 20, was on the coverage there. So a rare pass from Prior Lake.
Well, here's the biggest play defensively for Minnetonka. Ball is on the 9-yard line. They need 7 for a first down. They can get a first down. Call it. No. Talk about a big play.
That's Hudgens.
Big. Now they make some big personnel changes. Fire Lake, I think they're going to kick.
Yeah, they pushed him back now. It's 4th and 14, and the kicking unit is on.
Well, this last little series was absolutely goofy from a perspective of personal fouls. So they're going to try the
This is Mason Storley on Roger to kick it.
ball on the 15. So a 20. Bad snap. Kick is up. Looks good, and it is good.
We got some kickers tonight.
Yeah, we do. So Prior Lake there finds a way to get some points out of this drive after the Minnetonka miscue on the encroachment on 4th and 8 back deep in their own end. So certainly looked worse when they score a touchdown and then it gets called back because of a personal foul.
Yeah, you get the punting unit out there, you make a mental mistake and encroach in the neutral zone, gives second life to the Lakers, and they took full advantage of it. And, if it wasn't for a personal foul, they would have gotten their 7 on that one. But personal foul takes the ball back out of the end zone, then gets it closer. Another personal foul on Minnetonka, but they're able to hold up there, make a 4th and long, and the Lakers settle for 3. But it's now a 1-score game with 5:36 to go in the third. Yeah, he read that one, got in the backfield, and was able to get their top running back, Eider, right on the ground for a negative play. Also, a reminder again, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Help us out here. Trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. 18 and 21 are the deep backs. So that's Richardson and Poole, twin safeties for Minnetonka. And it'll be Mason Storley, 46, to kick it off for the Lakers.
Duke Richardson, both wideouts. This is going to go to Poole. Got some room. There's a little crack in the night. Richardson down the sidelines. Going to get stopped inside of Laker territory.
I'll tell you what, number 17, Hunter Peterson, what made the block. That kind of sprung him there at about the 30th. That's where he snuck through the hole there, and a really nice run back for Minnetonka puts him in plus territory. And now a conference by the officials, as it looks like there is a marker on the field.
Oh boy! So
about where he broke loose.
Could be typically receiving. Look at Mark X.
So normally I thought that's a warning. Maybe they already got their warning for a sideline. I don't remember that.
Some control here. So a sideline warning suggesting we were too close to the playing field, and but that's a ticky-tacky one, like you said, Pete. Typically that's a warning. Now what we don't know is he been telling them for the first part of the game, hey, get your guys back. But nonetheless, so we're no longer in Laker territory.
It's a different quarterback in, Roger?
Yes, it is, Pete.
Gendro?
Joey Jenner's younger brother, Rick's son, obviously.
Yeah, Joey, tight end at St. John's. Yeah, listed as a whiteout here, but going to take the snap again. Milo. Yeah, he did have that ice pack on the left knee, and yeah, tough way to lose him. He has been electric to watch so far through 3.5 games, and we hope he gets better soon.
Let's go.
Yeah, and the tackler down now getting up slowly. I think that's number 8 for Prior Lake. And he's walking gingerly to the sidelines. That's their running back, Hunter. McGilvery. Yeah, so McGilvery playing both ways and hobbled after that tackle. 1st and 10, Minnetonka. Not much room for Jenner on that one. We tick down to under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Skipper's up by 7, 17-10, and it's 2nd and 9. So Skipper's in those all-black uniforms, blue helmets. Visitors from Prior Lake in the white, black helmets, gold trim. Right, and not surprising, we're leaning on the running game here with what amounts to, I believe, a 4th-string quarterback in. At least the 4th option that you would normally use. A player who's not even listed as a quarterback on the roster, just a receiver. But Genro, obviously good bloodlines. Yeah, so this is an interesting choice here. Most likely here inside the 40, Minnetonka is going to leave the offense out there. Ticking down to 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. 4th and 4 from the 37. Line to gain is the 33. So Knox on the carry, and then he fumbles, and it's recovered by the Lakers. Yeah, that play was going to work, and he just got popped there right at the end of it. The ball came loose. There's been a few fumbles that have rolled out of bounds for Minnetonka. That one did not. And the Lakers are in good shape here, setting up at their own 44, 2:08 to go, and they're only down a touchdown. Yeah, the neon-clad student section letting them hear it. That's Eider. Yeah. Yeah, double back. Found enough. Yeah, holding like the side of his helmet. And they're gonna have him sit down on the field. There'll be a timeout. Clock stops at 1:54. in the fourth quarter or third quarter. Check that.
So
Yeah, the official was right there with him, and as he tried to get up on his own, the official instructed him to get back down. Sitting up.
So we got a timeout in our action here, where Minnetonka has got a player that either got scratched or maybe got hit in the head, and well, it's kind of been an injury game, really, Pete. You
Yeah.
know, the story of the game so far is Milos going out with some kind of a knee issue.
And the Skippers came into the game already with a handful of injuries.
Well, they did, and you know, and boy, the biggest of which, well, you know what? There's no such thing as the biggest of which, but I'll tell you what, Roman Johnson was a really tough loss, and
That Boba 96.
96 is Boba, and he's going to come to the trainer. Now, he looks a little dazed to me, Pete. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, he's holding his head as he's walking over to the training table.
Well, and our statistician, Lisa Kittleson, concurs with the premature, but
Diagnosis.
2nd and 5. Now they're in shotgun. Keeper.
And that was
very close.
That was a direct snap to Barrett there. They didn't even have their quarterback under center that time. He was split out wide. Now he trots over to his bench to get a call from his offensive coordinator. 3rd and short.
Barrett got up slow and kind of limping a little bit. So 3rd and short. You're right. Greenwood was Greenwood on the field or just somewhere else in the bench?
Yeah, he was split wide.
Greenwood's under center. They trade the power to the left side. They trade back to the right. This would likely be a running play right up the middle, and I think he's going to get it, Pete.
Yeah, that's Josh Burns, I believe. We haven't seen him tonight.
What
Some
number?
fresh legs. That was number 10.
Now Burns is listed at $190, 5'8", and that'll be a first down. Checking in for Minnetonka, Caleb Taylor, number 31.
Some new personnel coming in for the Lakers as well as quarterback Miles Greenwood trots back into the huddle. We're at 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Skippers are up by 7, and 1st and 10 for the Lakers.
Lakers inside Minnetonka territory. Ball on the 46-yard line. Hand off to the second back. He's got some room. Not interested in going down. He's going to get about 14 yards. Minnetonka trying to tomahawk chop the ball out, but it doesn't work. And they move the chains, and now the Lakers on a sustained drive, Pete.
Yeah, Eider, tough runner, broke through that arm tackle from Dylan Hudgens and tacked on an extra 5 or 6 yards. So 1st and 10 again for the Lakers.
At tempo, no huddles. Third back this time. He falls over the pile, but he's going to get a couple before he falls down.
Tick down to about 14 seconds to left. If they go tempo, they might be able to get another playoff here at 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're uninterested in that.
So we're going to switch directions and go to the fourth quarter.
Stadium with 12 minutes left to play. We're just about to start the fourth quarter. It's Minnetonka 17, Lakers 10. Lakers on a drive. Well,
it's going to take a peek at some of these scores. Refresh the MN score feed app. Don't see any updates, although Eden Prairie has extended their lead over Shakopee. It's 28-14 now. The minute to go in the third quarter. Wayzata 14, Edina 7. It's Edina hosting
Trojans.
The Wayzata Trojans, correct. Moundsview 3, Stillwater 0. Woodbury up 14-12 on Eastridge. Coon Rapids 28, Champlain Park 6. Park of Cottage Grove 21, Roseville 7. And Forest Lake out ahead of White Bear Lake. The Battle of the Lakes, 14-10.
Pretty big series for both squads here. Lakers are mounting a pretty good drive. They're inside the Minnetonka 30 at the 29-yard line. Second and about 7. First back. And Minnetonka stops them. And I think number 31 for Minnetonka was one of the first players there, Caleb Taylor.
3 new players trotting on for the Lakers.
Taylor comes out. Bennett Gunderson comes in. See Aiden Becker do something special in the backfield here. Third and about 7. Getting in the fourth quarter. Ocean, he's looking to pass. What is this? Oh my gosh. So I'm frustrated, Peter.
Yeah, they're going to whistle a late hit, I believe, on Minnetonka. Number 55, Aiden Horrell.
Well, that's a tough one. 55?
Oh, sorry, that's
Yeah,
Prior
I know
Lake.
it.
That's
Boberg?
John Boberg.
Well, again, it's sort of been the game of ill-timed personal fouls, Pete. That'll be a first down when you had them basically. And I was watching the pass. How late was it?
I mean, it was probably one step too much.
Yep.
They call it on 90. That's Luke Larson, one of the captains.
Well, certainly each team is handing each other team abnormal yardage on personal fouls.
Yeah.
I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, and remember that one personal foul game we had?
Yes. This is beginning to feel like that one.
It does. First and 10, the ball's on the 14-yard line, and it would have been fourth down. So anyway, nonetheless, under center, third back, left side, got a big hole. Going to be close to about I'm going to say maybe the 7-yard line.
McGilvery on the carry there.
Another Laker down now. Running back. But he's holding his right leg up. You know, Rick James is a master of all things. You know, he's the equipment manager for TFA, and at halftime I was asking him for something with some caffeine in it, but thank you, Ricky. I couldn't see who was down, Pete. Is it 8?
Yeah, it was. He's trotting off under his own power now.
Was 8 the ball carrier?
Yeah, that was Hunter. He picked
We'll
up
just call him Hunter.
McGilvery. I'll go with.
McGilvery. Here we go. Second down and about 3 yards. Ball is on the 8. Scoreboard calls it second down and 4 yards. Third back through, beat somebody, and it is not a fun or a friendly collision. But I would think that we're it's going to be a first down, Pete.
They gave him a good spot there, right at the 5-yard line. So it's first and goal for the Lakers, looking for that tying score on homecoming.
Couldn't see it on the camera angle. We stripped the ball at the goal line. First and goal, handoff, second back, number 8, very close, left side, big pile. He stopped short of the goal line, but he's gotten a couple yards, I think.
Yeah, McGilvery again. They're running him.
This is a very physical game. Checking back in is Caleb Taylor. Second and goal from, call it the 3. The odds are good for them to run up the middle. I'd love to see them go outside.
That's Eider.
Push back. We're going to give them a good degree of, but it's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 1.
Yeah, the mark is forward progress. Did get shoved back after, and now another player down for Minnetonka.
That's 2, which is Aiden Becker, who I made that big. He made a sack in our first game, deep in the end zone. He's a junior. Jeepers.
He looked a little woozy as well. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a head-related thing or not.
It's super hot. It's not cool, but it's not 85. Okay. So
seemed like it
our
was-
statistician is telling us that
Yeah, on the play before, he made the hit and wasn't able to get off after that play, so he played again and then decided to sit down and take his injury time out.
there's 9 minutes and 33 seconds left in the game. Becker down on the field, kind of woozy, and it's a 7-point game in favor of Minnetonka now. And I think checking in for Minnetonka is number 62, Cal Worley. Is that my Cal Worley is an offensive lineman, but yeah, he is.
Yeah, I see him out there.
See him?
Yep.
So goal line defense, Cal Worley goes in. 3rd down and goal from about the 1. Second back handoff, he's going to score.
That's Eider.
Yeah, number 29 for the Lakers has done a lot of the heavy lifting. Levi Eider, he scores, so we're PAT away from a tie game here, Peter.
Yeah, the complexion of this game changed a lot due to penalties and injuries.
It did. Peter.
And now it's a completely different situation than you had in the first half when you had Milos out there healthy, and you had Minnetonka playing smart, not making penalties. Now they've committed a couple personal fouls that have really hurt them.
No good. What a break, Pete. And for Minnetonka, looked good to me.
Yeah.
The referees, of course, are on it. No good. So Minnetonka clinging to a 1-point lead at 9:20. And I'm going to be quiet and let a little Neil Diamond come through the mic. Well, I'm joined here in the booth with Peter Amstutz, who is my color man. Couldn't get the broadcast on without Grant Knight. And Henry Soper's on the camera and done a great job tonight. Thanks so much, Henry. Henry is a junior here at Minnetonka High School. Big, strong guy. He maybe should be on the field.
He enjoyed the halftime pizza I saw.
And he enjoyed the halftime pizza. Lakers set to kick off. Now, last time they kicked off was after their field goal, Pete. They did a squib kick, and we got it at about the 40. This one is a squib again as well. Let it go out of bounds. There we go. Flag. So Minnetonka have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Take that. Don't have to do any work for it. Get pretty good field position. Although Poole has been pretty good at returning, but can't argue with getting it at the 35. Yeah, who's going to come out at quarterback?
He did play it the first game we saw when we were up. We were 34-0 at half.
Right.
So lots of guys got to play.
We might have another quarterback.
I can't catch
That's
it.
Francois. I think it's 4.
Do the middle back blitz, and he's got a big hole. Gets about 6 yards at least. So doing the Caleb Francois, the sophomore, 170 pound, 6 foot line or backup quarterback, gets a nice gain when he gets basically the quarterback draw. Now he's in shotgun. Nope. Yeah, he is. Sorry. Gonna take it himself again. Gonna have the first down and more. Lost the ball, Peter. I saw the beanbag down, I guarantee you. Tried to do an athletic play, and I think we're going to turn that one over, which has been tough.
Yeah, Francois had plenty of yards. He was breaking tackles, kind of holding the ball out there a little bit loose. Came out right in front of the student section for Prior Lake, and they saw it the whole time.
Amy usually listens to these games. Amy, tell me how my mic is. All right, folks. Well, Minnetonka's taking a timeout. Another costly turnover by Minnetonka. But I got to say this, not after a really terrific run by number 4, Caleb Francois, the sophomore backup quarterback. He got the first down and more, and the ball, he got it kind of spun in the air a little bit. The ball was out there like a loaf of bread. I think somebody hit it, and the Lakers recover the ball. So a really tough break on what was looking like a pretty good drive, Pete. What you'd like to think would be a game-ending winning drive. Minnetonka up by 1 here. Their defense is going to get called on again. And, if your defenses hold your opponent to 16, that's not a bad day.
So 8:34
At least
left.
you're saying my mic is good?
Yeah, we got some reports that it was cutting out a little bit earlier, but everything seems to be working now, Roger.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Lakers after the Minnetonka turnover. Counter. Minnetonka is going to stop that for a gain of a couple. Miles Greenway taking charge. So they actually credited with a gain of about 4, Peter. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and call it a long 6. Ball's at the 43-yard line. Miles Greenwood, the quarterback, hands off, little pitch this time. He's around the corner, and he's going to get the first down.
That's Eider again, tough runner.
Yeah.
If he's not over 100 yards, he's got to be close.
Absolutely, Pete.
And limping off again for Minnetonka, number 15. That's Yerhot.
Brad Yerhot?
That's Jack.
Oh, his dad's Brad. I promise you that. Well, 1st and 10 for the Lakers here. They split one wide receiver out wide to the right. Have not thrown the ball particularly deep at all. Basically in a wing tee all game. Misdirection. Keeper from the quarterback. And he's not going to get anywhere. Well, I like the misdirection on the backfield, but Minnetonka was ready for that one. That'll be a loss of a yard.
Yeah, a little bit of penetration into the backfield there, and then he held him up for the rest of the cavalry to come in and clean it up.
I didn't catch it to finish.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I feel bad about that because the defense has been very much important part of this game so far. 7:06 left in the game. Minnetonka up by 1 point. 2nd and 11. Handoff left side. Well, he's moving the pile. I'll tell you what. and he's being led by number 72 for the Lakers, and so it'll bring up one of the bigger third down plays of the game, Pete.
Absolutely. Ball spotted right at the 44. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Skipper's up 17-16 on homecoming.
Flag.
Flag comes out in the backfield, likely a hold on the offense. And silence as we await this call. Right. Big penalty here.
Personal foul. It has been a game of the poorly timed personal fouls.
Yeah, that one was hands to the face on number 85 on the offensive line. And that's a killer because they had a first down. Now it's going to be 3rd and 25. Agreed. Yep. Absolutely.
Now it's 3rd down and pass the ball. Looks like a little middle screen. Got a little bit of room. Going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, Pete, but it'll be about a 4th and 9, and they'll be just inside of Minnetonka territory. Big decision make for the Lakers head coach.
Pretty good play call. Got Eider out in space over there. Not a difficult throw for the quarterback, and Eider able to pick up 11 yards. Goes from 3rd and 20 to 4th and 9. 5:29 as the clock continues to tick here in the 4th quarter on homecoming.
Well, Pete, this is and I talked to Coach Esch when he went for 2 in Wayzata with about 6 minutes left. This is really a gutsy call. They're going for it, Pete. I'd look for a hard snap count to see if they get a free 5. It's going to pass. It's a screen. It's incomplete. Wisely, number 23 did not take that free chop. Malachi Bodie had to kind of think about that for a second, right?
Yeah.
Turnover on downs.
Right. Jackson Barrett was the intended receiver there on that little flare pass from Greenwood. Not sure even if he caught it, if he would have gotten enough yardage for the first down, but left no doubt about it. And now the Skippers take over.
First downs. Put this one in the books. But we know it ain't going to be easy.
Lakers, according to the scoreboard, a full complement of timeouts.
Hands off to number 0, right side. He's going to protect that ball a little differently today.
Yeah, that's Lucas Knox. A good pickup there on first down.
Doing good. Thank you. Well, sometimes we have technical difficulties, and now there's a timeout on the field, and I can't really tell. I didn't. Oh no, it's an injury timeout. Now we got a Laker down. This is a really difficult, hard game, and these both teams are playing. They're leaving everything out on the field, Pete.
So injury timeout here. Want to again thank our sponsor, IKEA, the game sponsor tonight. So thank you to all of our supporters of Minnetonka football. Lakers still down on the field with 4:46 to go.
getting up. 45 getting up slowly here. And it's going to be about 2nd and 6. Ball is on the 48-yard line of Prior Lake. So Minnetonka inside Prior Lake territory after the play stoppage for the injury.
Apparently, we had a jack problem. So let's just see where we're good. Oh, yeah, we're looking good. Here we go. 2nd and 6. Ball on the 48-yard line. Francois doing the quarterback duties. Hands off to Knox. Right side. First down. And they're going to try to get that ball again. And the clock is going to run, but it's going to be a pretty significant Minnetonka first down. 4:08. That clock will get put back in play, and it is in place. So we're at 4 minutes left in the ball game. Minnetonka got a brand new set of downs. They're on their opponent's 30-yard line. Boy, I do want to thank Dave's Hot Chicken for doing the pregame meals yesterday, and I understand from all the players that it was terrific. And if you haven't been there, go to Dave's Hot Chicken, 1805 Plymouth Road, Minnetonka. Here we go. Handoff, left side, Minnetonka. Gain of about 6. Lucas Knox on the carry.
Really good drive here for Knox, taking care of that ball. You're right, Prior Lake trying to punch it out at every opportunity, and why wouldn't you?
Well, and Pete, they're going to use one of their 3 timeouts remaining. At 3:29, they really can't probably afford a score here.
Yeah, so it's 2nd and short, a good situation for Minnetonka. Pick up this first down, and that's going to leave very little time for the Lakers, even if they do use those last 2 timeouts.
Right. 2nd and 2. Ball's on the 22-yard line. Lakers have used the timeout. Well, we got quite a homecoming game here, Peter. It's been a great game.
Yeah, game of injuries, a game of penalties, a game of turnovers, unfortunately for Minnetonka, that have really kept Prior Lake in this one. And Prior Lake, give them credit. They've not given up. They've played hard. And they got a great turnout from their fans tonight as well.
Players. They have some great size on both the offensive and defensive line. And their go-to guy has been what, Eider?
Yeah, number 29.
29 Eider. He has done a lot of the heavy lifting for the Lakers. But right now, we're in a 2nd and short. Now, if Milos was in there, I'll tell you what we'd be doing right now, Pete. We'd be passing the ball. A little bit of a free down, 2nd and short, and Minnetonka was out in that spread formation. We'll see if, in fact, they put the ball up. They don't. And Knox is going to charge forward and maybe get the first down. Knox kind of got stopped a little bit originally, and then kind of dives forward and does get the first down. 3:20 and counting. I don't expect that the Lakers take a timeout. Oh, they do. So there's a timeout with 3:11 left. That's the 2nd timeout of 3 for the Lakers. And they've got 1 left. Minnetonka has 2 left in case they need it. But we got a 1-point game here on homecoming in Minnetonka 2023.
Yeah, we got a spine tingler. I did not expect it to come down to this last minute, but again, hand it to Prior Lake. They've hung around. They've forced some turnovers, and a couple bad penalties by Minnetonka kept some drives alive. But now Minnetonka has the chance to make good on everything. They just finished this drive out with another first down, and that should pretty much do it.
Well, agreed, Pete. With 1 timeout left, 3 minutes left on the clock, you figure you have 25 seconds to bring the play in. I can tell you that coach is up on top of the booth. are doing the math on that right now. And there's a formula that they'll use. But so it's 1st and 10. Minnetonka on the Prior Lake 19-yard line. They set 3 receivers wide to the right. Jordan Thompson, Richardson. Here's the handoff to Knox. Big hole. Runs off the left side. And
Speedling was about 5 yards downfield, leading that one again on the left side. Also, 66 is the guard on that side, Roger. That's Zepzalka.
Zebzelka, and we got brothers on the field.
Yeah,
at
that
the
one's
same
that
time.
one's Elijah.
Right.
66, playing on the guard on the left side next to Speedling.
Yeah.
So final timeout used by Prior Lake on a 2nd and 5. Of course, we are within Zabilla field goal range. If it comes to that,
Right.
obviously they'd like to either finish this out by being able to take a knee or by punching it in for the touchdown.
Right. And you know, what's going on now is that you know your opponent's trying to strip the ball on every carry. So you got to be telling your running backs and your quarterback, hey, squeeze it. 3 points of pressure. Don't, let's not try to get that extra yard and put the ball out for someone else to hack away at it. I think a first down here with no timeouts left by the Lakers might be the icing. But right now it's still 2nd and 5. Ball is on the 14-yard line. Showing a blitz, big-time blitz here. Taking all the time he can off of the clock, although the clock is stopped. So this time they run it off the left side with Knox. Well, the crowd doesn't like the fact that he got pushed down, but, they're going to get forward progress on that. It's going to be a no-gain play for Minnetonka. And, Pete,
Clock is moving with 2:40 to go. Skipper's up 17-16, and a big 3rd and 4.
we don't have the 25-second clock in our purview here, and there's been some technical difficulties, but you can assume that Minnetonka is going to take every bit of time off of that. But we're at the 2:24 here, so they really need to get the first down, Peter. Otherwise, they're going to be forced to kick. Handoff, keeper. And he's going to be short, Pete.
He's really close. Far side official's got him right at the
Okay.
line. Near side official also right at that 10. See where they give it to him at the 10. It looks really
They got
close.
4th down there, Pete. Well, how about a measurement then? Well, that's real short, Peter. That's real close. So it's 4th and 1 with 1:44 left in the game.
And the clock's winding. Looks like Minnetonka will run the play clock down to 0 and then
Take a timeout.
take a timeout,
Yeah.
think about what they want to do. Do
Yeah.
they tack on 3? Do they go for it? Set up a long field for the Lakers with no timeouts.
Really a hard call for a coach, right? You're going, well, 3 only nullifies them going down on a drive and kicking a field goal. Minnetonka does take that second of, they have 1 left after this. They're 4th and 1. The ball's on the 10-yard line. And they get a first down, game over.
Yep. And Knox has been effective at moving behind, especially the left side of the line. Zebzalka and Speedling have paved his way for a good number of yards tonight.
Well, I hope the Beals from over there on Michelle Lane are enjoying the game and enjoying the broadcast. Well, Minnetonka's coming out. I don't see Keegan out there. Coming out in that 3 wide out set to the right, Pete.
Yeah, I see Poole out there, Richardson.
I don't think I'd throw the ball here for $100,000, Pete.
Maybe just spreading them out.
Right. Caleb Francois keeps it. Oh, boy, he's not going to get it. He absolutely got hammered and probably lost a yard, Peter.
McElravy got it there. Hunter playing both ways, and he read it all the way. A loss on that play, and it sets up a 1st and 10 with 1 minute, 24 seconds to go. The Lakers with no timeouts, so they won't be able to stop the clock. And really, they've been a running team. So we're going to see if they open it up now that they have about 89 yards, 82 yards to go.
I got to tell you, Pete, I'm not sure, and I recognize the book would tell you got to put the ball in the air here. I would still probably run it predominantly. That's been my bread and butter, but 124 Minnetonka up on top, 17-16. Lakers take over on the stop. They're going to throw it here, Peter.
That's Eider.
Iver's going to get run out of bounds, stop the clock for a big first down there.
We've seen that all night. I'm able to tiptoe the sidelines and get extra yardage.
You bet.
Able to evade that first tackler. And Eider's been the man tonight, and a nice little dump off. I believe he was looking downfield initially to see if there was anything open over the top.
Well, these are 1:17 left in the game. Minnetonka up by 1 point. Lakers no timeouts. Greenway throws it again. Very close to pass interference, in my opinion, Peter.
Yeah, incomplete is the call.
He was over the back a little bit early, I thought. But it'll stop the clock, but will be a down, right? So
Yep. That was intended for Kyle Rothmeyer. Kind of just a quick hitch pass there, and coverage was tight. Incomplete, sets up a 2nd and 10. There is 1:12 to go with the Skippers up by 1.
I'm trying to find the number for the guy that was 99. Well, I don't know. I thought they had maybe a big tight end. Here we go. 1:12 left. Back to pass. Greenway. Little screen. Incomplete. And again, wisely, number 23, Malachi Bodie, does not take the free shot. You know, the ball was clearly incomplete. There's a tendency to want to give a guy a rap, but.
So 1:08 to go. Skippers up by 1.
Lakers trying to mount this miracle comeback. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. 2 wide receivers to the left. Greenway's going to get back to pass. Incomplete. I'm not sure. I think it was intended for 85. But it isn't incomplete. It does stop the clock. They've got 1 life left, Pete.
Yeah, Jackson Bodie check that. Jackson Barrett got a hand on it, but there were 2 receivers right there. Number 85 was also on the scene, Naz Kutchin. So here it is, play of the game, 4th
Well, they need
and
10. They need 10 yards here. I think Minnetonka's going to take a timeout. They do. At the 1:03 mark of the game, Minnetonka takes their last timeout, and they're going to talk about this.
Well, they've shown that they're willing to pass it on this drive, Roger, and they've been spreading it out kind of on the sideline routes, little hitch route. That last pass was right down the middle, kind of 2 receivers on the scene there. Both coaches huddling with their teams as we're down to 1:03 to go on homecoming. Minnetonka trying to hold on.
Well, the defensive coaching staff is now telling them, hey, look, we just can't let anything real bad happen here. We certainly don't want to give them the first down, but nonetheless, there's a minute left. They have no timeouts. Minnetonka has no timeouts. The score is Minnetonka 17, Prior Lake 16. Could be the last play of the game, folks. Greenway, shotgun, looking to pass. He's scrambling. He's throwing it over the middle deep. He's got a man. It'll be a first down. He's in bounds. They'll stop the clock while the chain gang moves.
That's Jackson Barrett.
Barrett brings them to midfield rather. Now the clock starts. 2 receivers set on the left. 51 seconds. 49. Greenway looking deep. throws it away wisely. Well, the incomplete pass by Greenwood. Lost track of his name for a second there, Pete. Miles Greenwood, the junior quarterback. Shotgun formation. 41 seconds left. He's looking left, little screen. Want to keep him in bounds, but he gets out of bounds. Not much of a gain there for the Lakers. Tell you what you need now is mistake-free football. You can't have a personal foul here, Pete, that gives them a big 15 yards. Can't rough the passer. Turns out he lost some yards on that play.
Yeah, anything short of the first down markers that's going to be inbounds is going to be a big problem for Prior Lake.
Here we go, folks. Third and about 11. Call it 11 and a half. Greenway, shotgun, looking to his left, getting pressure. He jumps and throws, and they got it. It's going to be
That's
fourth
exactly
and
what I
5.
talked about, Roger. The clock is not going to stop.
Nope, clock is not going to stop. They'd be smart to spike the ball. Oh, they can't spike it.
It's fourth down. 19 seconds, 18. Down to 16 seconds. This could be one of the last plays of the game.
Of the game, Pete. Greenway. He's running around. Incomplete. Game over. Minnetonka prevails. Oh, my gosh.
Woo!
Way too close for comfort here in Minnetonka.
Yeah, just a little overthrown on that. He had an open man. He had enough yardage for the first down. Now there were only 5 ticks left on the clock. Even if he makes that catch, probably time for one more play. But Minnetonka able to hold off just enough, and they're going to escape homecoming with a 17-16 victory.
Well, there's a former coach, Joe Lenahan, leaving the crowd. Scott Cody, the dad of a 3-year starter at the running back spot. Ian Cody, hope he's listening in South Dakota. Certainly we want to recognize Josh Falk, one of our better players over the years, who got married last weekend in South Dakota.
Congratulations,
Josh. Minnetonka's going to do the take a knee play, and I wouldn't take it from a shotgun. That's just me, Pete. But nonetheless, they do it, and Minnetonka is successful on homecoming, defending their undefeated record. Now they go to 4-0, and
on the road next week, right, Roger?
On the road next week, Pete. I think it's Shakopee, right?
I think you might be right.
You know, you'd think I'd have that somewhere in here, Peter. But this was a real battle, and yeah, they are next Friday at 7:00. They're going to be in Sabres Stadium down there in south of the river, Shakopee, Minnesota. But tonight, Minnetonka hangs on, gets that homecoming victory, so the dance can be a little more upbeat this year. And but this one was a costly one. A lot of injuries. Big question, of course, is Milos. What's the knee look like? I know they're going to go for an MRI right after the game. I talked to Tony Wixo, and he's the big question mark right now. And certainly it's a different team without the senior 2-year starting quarterback.
Absolutely. Without a doubt, losing him is huge. Shakopee trailing 42-21 against Eden Prairie, so they're going to be coming off a loss, it looks like, for that game. Thanks for joining us tonight. Roger, you got any final notes?
Well, just have a safe drive home. And, again, here from Minor Anderson Stadium, homecoming successful. The final score, Minnetonka 17, Prior Lake Lakers 16. This was quite a game, folks. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.